MELF.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. How you guys doing today? All right, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good cheer, but I think you guys can top it. I said, how are you doing today? All right, that is what Jonah Jameson loves to hear. That's what I love to hear. Thank you guys for coming out today. This is our panel, How to Be a YouTube Star. We're going to tell you about our personal success stories, but also about our friends' experiences as well. There's no one solid road to achieving YouTube fame, but we can point you guys in the right direction. Anyone can be a star on YouTube. Anybody, especially with technology, with being able to record on your smartphones. It really doesn't take much to get started. You can start very simple and then work your way up as you keep reinvesting into it. But let us introduce ourselves first. I am Jonah Jameson, but my real name is Jason. I have a YouTube channel called Make 'Em Laugh Films, and we are a cosplay, comics, and a comedy YouTube channel. We actually made the hike all the way from Florida. We're from the Florida Space Coast. It's kind of near Orlando, maybe about 45 minutes away from the Disney theme parks and such. And yeah, this is my business partner, Peter. He owns a comic book shop on the Space Coast called Viera Comics.
Hi guys, how are you? About 2 years ago, I had never cosplayed once, and now I have over 30 characters because of this guy.
And who knows how many cosplays I have at this time. I lose track all the time. But yeah, essentially we fuse cosplay and comics as the main forefronts of our YouTube comedy channel. I started the channel back in 2008. It all started with a Dark Knight parody. I saw some other YouTubers making parodies of, superheroes and specifically the Dark Knight, and I thought, you know what, this looks like a hell of a time. This looks like a complete blast. I gotta do the same. So then I joined a film and video club in college called the Illini Film and Video Club, went to the University of Illinois, go Illini, and from there I met a good group of actors, editors, and also writers. Lots of great talent. And we, from that point, made YouTube videos on a monthly basis then. And then recently, I took inspiration from my friend and fellow YouTuber, Sean Ward of The Sean Ward Show. He pumps out videos usually once or twice a week. And I thought, you know what, he's getting some great traction, pumping out videos on such a regular basis. I gotta replicate that. I gotta put in the hard work after hours. I have a full-time job as a healthcare administrator, but I do all the YouTube work outside of my full-time job. It's really like a second job is how I like to think of it. And the traction, pumping out regular content has been one of the key factors in what I feel has created the success for the channel. But fast forward to, it was actually the fall of 2013. I got sick of Chicago winter and decided to move down to Florida. And shortly thereafter, I met Peter Papas, who created Viera Comics around that same time. We linked together, we partnered with each other to do different cosplay events in the community, as well as promoting events at the comic book shop. And actually, Viera Comics is our base of operations to do our YouTube videos. We use the comic book shop as a backdrop. It's just a seamless partnership. It's so compatible, being able to utilize the merch, utilize the comic books themselves, the issues as the backdrops to carry out our parodies. We've done a whole array of different themes, usually based on Marvel and superhero parodies. So like we filmed the Dawn of Justice parody in the shop, same with the Civil War parody. So really it's a unique partnership in that it's our base of operations, but at the same time, pumping out that YouTube content on that regular basis serves as free advertising then for the comic book shop known as Viera Comics.
That's the key to any social media actually, is being very active. And that's how you'll get good traction and a lot of followers.
Yeah, absolutely. As I stated, having regular content is one of the main key successes for becoming a YouTube star. And it may not pay off immediately. It won't happen overnight. But rest assured, if you're passionate about the material, and it can be about anything, whatever you want to cultivate your YouTube channel on. It could be about cats, it could be about comic books, you could do unboxing based on merch, you could do product reviews, you could do cosplay, you could do convention reviews. We have friends in the local Florida comic book scene that have YouTube channels dedicated solely to reviewing conventions, and that's how you could gain access to conventions as press. That's actually what we're doing this weekend. We have press badges to provide coverage promoting Supercon. Additionally though, that could open up other avenues as well. We've appeared at other conventions as cosplay guests, also merged with internet celebrities just from the basis that we've grown our YouTube channel over the past few years, just based on that regular uploading. Having that dedication, that set schedule for the uploads, whether it's uploading, say, a video every Monday, every Friday, but then you give your viewers that regular schedule. They know then, okay, let's check into Make 'em Laugh Films. We know that there's got to be a new upload at this time. Let's see the coverage from the Raleigh Supercon, and we know that they're going to be providing coverage again at Florida Supercon, so let's stay up to date with that. And as Peter mentioned also, integrating your other social media accounts really helps promote the YouTube channel as well. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, Twitter. So whenever we have a new upload that gets placed, we throw up the video thumbnail on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, and then we pump it out in those regards then. And then Peter, he's very good at promoting, especially on Twitter, our new YouTube links.
Oh yeah. We try and, if we did, like, let's say a Civil War parody, we'll try and make sure we tweet them to the actual stars in the movie. For Guardians of the Galaxy, we tweeted James Gunn, and he actually retweeted our parody, the director of the movie, and that was pretty exciting when that happened.
Yeah, definitely. When a big name director or actor involved in that project that you're basing the content on, when they retweet it, it gets that much guaranteed traction. Then other fans will see it immediately, and then those fans then will retweet it and share it with their friends. And same with Facebook as well. Just posting it across different, I want to say related pages. So we do a bunch of the Marvel and DC superhero parodies and also cosplay content. So finding those key social media pages that are related, where you know that people, like-minded people, are going to appreciate that, and in all likelihood then share your content then across those multiple platforms. And that's how you gain more followers back to your Facebook page, your Twitter page, and then more subscribers then when they make that jump to leap to your YouTube channel. And hey, like it may start out small. I remember for the first few years doing the YouTube channel, sometimes I would get discouraged, like, okay, we have 100 followers maybe to start out after we did our Dark Knight parody. But rest assured, the hard work does pay off and it will snowball. As soon as it gets traction then, like, it'll just keep growing and growing then. We're currently up to 35,000 subscribers at this point and growing. We have over 20 million total views across all of our videos that we've done. And it only looks to continue to grow as we gain more opportunities to do different conventions, as we up the number of different cosplay characters that we have in our arsenal. We also plan to unveil next month at Boston Comic-Con. We have a cosplay themed booth experience where audience members, families can grab props or masks and then take pictures with our YouTube and cosplay themed characters then. And they'll also have the opportunity to act in our videos then. So really it becomes a whole integrated experience that just keeps feeding into itself to build more momentum. That's the biggest key, I think, is just having the regular content and then keep evolving, keep taking it to the next level as you gain more momentum. And also with more momentum, you may not get paid much at first. So YouTube, you can monetize the videos if you own all the content. So that means not having any copyrighted music in the videos or any copyrighted videos or movie footage within the videos, because YouTube, they have these content ID analyzers that automatically will flag if something is content owned. But if you use royalty-free music, or if you have like no music in the videos and can attest that you own all the content within the videos, then you can monetize it. And it may not be much at first, but as you continue to grow the channel, then it comes out to roughly $1 per 1,000 views that you have. So that's the key to getting more subscribers, is that once you gain a significant subscriber base, then when you pump out a new video, it's guaranteed that big boost at the very beginning of its duration online then. The first 48 hours are key to getting that snowball effect, where you can get the traction, where it's going to show up in the YouTube video analytics. It's going to have that higher algorithm. Algorithm was the word that I was looking for with that. It's more likely to get shared. But also, after those first 48 hours, it may take a spike on its own. We've released a couple of Spider-Man Homecoming parodies, for instance. We released our first Homecoming parody, I want to say January of this year. And we released our second one last week, the same weekend that Homecoming was released. The first one took a little bit to gain more momentum. That one's above 50,000 now. But the second parody that we just released last weekend, that's already at 10,000 and hasn't even been online for a week. So the timing, like if the actual video that your video is based on, the actual movie comes out, like the audiences, they're going to be searching for that content across Google, across YouTube, looking for those different types of avenues related to that. So that's where the spikes can come from then in those regards. And also when the DVDs hit, that's when another spike tends to occur. Like we filmed a Suicide Squad parody, and that's when most of the traction came to that video, is when the DVD was released or the online content, the downloadable content was made available. So you can rest assured that those bumps in views will come at that time then. And then for every 1,000 views, that's another $1 then in your pocket. And we're continually reinvesting in ourselves then, as far as the cosplay, as far as the video equipment. Like this camera we're actually filming right now, by the way. We're gonna make this its upload of its own. We upgraded to a 4K Sony camera. We started out in 2008 with a Sony DVX camera. We actually recorded on these old school tapes that we would have to buy at Walgreens every time we had a shoot. Now we're recording on 4K compatible SD cards and automatically transferring the footage. So you reinvest in yourself. And then the higher quality videos, that's going to look more attractive then to your audience base. They appreciate clean video content as well as high quality audio. So like using directional mics for cleaner audio rather than built-in internal mics. But it's okay to start with those things. It's okay to start. Everybody starts somewhere, and then you work your way up over time.
For sure, and if you're not doing superhero parodies or whatever like we are, if you're doing an unboxing, that's why the other social media will be important. You'll need to target, like let's say you're unboxing something from Nerf or Hasbro or whatever, then you'll have to send the videos to them and other like-minded people, and that'll get traction too for you. Social media is the key. They go together, YouTube and social media, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You have to use them all, otherwise it's going to be really hard to get it going.
Absolutely, and then figure out what's going to be unique for your personal brand, and then capitalize on that. So like, narrow it down to a brief mission statement or a short like elevator speech. The 3 points that we always hit on are, we're about cosplay, comics, and comedy, and we reiterate those 3 points across each upload that we do. We make use of those same hashtags, whether we're posting on Instagram, Twitter, you name it. Same with the key terms. You can put the key terms when you upload your YouTube videos themselves, and then they become more readily available. They become higher at the top then of the search results then. And also create your own logo. We have a logo specific to Make 'em Laugh Films and also for Viera Comics. And we post those within the first few seconds of every single video that we do, just so that it's right in front of the face of the audience member. They know, okay, this is a Make 'em Laugh Films video now. We got the brand here going. And then also, tell your viewers to subscribe to your content at the end of every single video that you do. It's gonna encourage people to hit that subscribe button, to make that leap. And then feel free to also include your other social media links in those annotations at the end, or the end screen credits that you create. So we have our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have all of our links posted at the end of every single video, and also links to other related videos that we've done. So, for instance, with the Spider-Man Homecoming parody that we've done, the second one, we link that back to the first parody, as well as to our Civil War parody, because, hey, Spider-Man, he appears in the Civil War parody as well. So, direct the traction there, and then put the Make 'em Laugh Films and logo then, to link to people to subscribe at the end of the video then. So pretty much keep promoting yourself in the video as well as across other social media platforms.
Does anybody have any questions or curiosities so far?
Yeah, at any point, feel free to stop us for any questions. We'll answer anything. Back over here.
I know that you said there's certain spikes, like when people are searching for a movie that came out or DVD, but do you find that it's better to post, say, if a TV show airs on Monday at 8, post your related content Monday at 9 when the episode's over and everyone's on media, or do you wait a day or two?
I would say that's actually a very strategic time to post it, actually. Like right after the show ends, say if it's like an Arrow episode, then, you know, posting it right after that fact, because people, they're going to be tweeting about the episode like, hey, you know, what was this character up to now? They're going to be searching for those hashtags as well. It's going to be in the search results more. and then your video, it'll get populated more highly in the YouTube algorithm then. Absolutely, for sure. And then also you can encourage people within the post that you create, like, hey, if you like tonight's episode of Arrow, maybe you'll find enjoyment watching our video that's related to this episode now. Maybe it's a review that you want to do of the episode itself then. And then you can feel free to share it to the actual Arrow pages and related fan page then, and encourage discussion. And then also within the YouTube video descriptions, you could encourage discussion, like, tell us your thoughts, we want to hear back from you. Comment what your favorite parts of the Arrow episode were then. Let's promote some discussion, because the more people comment in the video comments, the higher your video is going to be with the YouTube algorithms then, and in the search results. So I would give all those tips. They all go hand in hand, along with that timing.
To go along with that too, one other thing I started doing was, if there's a popular show like The Voice, if you ever notice during the actual show, there's tons of tweets going on and they all say hashtag The Voice. So that's usually when I'll start sharing our videos. And I'll hashtag The Voice even though we have nothing to do with The Voice, just because somebody might say, what's this? And click on it. And anyway, you can get them hooked. So that's, it's not cheating, it's just being smart.
It's all about strategy, you know, whatever works to get traction.
Sure.
Any other questions at this point before we continue? Yes, over here.
One of my friends is like really into like making like vlogs about like his daily life. And so do you guys recommend like doing stuff like that, or do you guys think like wait till you get like a much bigger subscriber base and then start doing stuff like that?
I would say whatever works for you, and vlogging is a great way to introduce a new persona, new personality online. That's actually how my friend Sean from the Sean Ward Show got started. He started doing different vlogs at conventions, and then after a little while then, he made some superhero parodies that went viral immediately. But then he continued to do those vlogs then, and you know, the success with those superhero parodies, it led to more success with those vlogs then. People were more apt to do that. So I'd say if your friend has the passion to do the vlogs, that's a great way to get started, to build your base online, build a following from the get-go, and then he could expand on that. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I've seen so many different vlogs, also unboxing videos that have hundreds of millions of views, like unboxing comics and collectibles, maybe some pop figure unboxings and reviews. People, they love hearing about other people's opinions that buy into buying such content then, and like to get the input before they commit to buying the products, or you know, it may inspire other people to do those unboxings then. I think those are great avenues to start with, absolutely.
We started doing them too, actually, just to get in on it. We never were doing them, but we do them in cosplay and in character, so they're a little different. They're fun.
Yeah, say if we're doing a DC unboxing video where we're unboxing statues or pop figures or, you know, rebirth comics, we do them, say, as Batman or Aquaman then, just to keep promoting our cosplay themes, but also just giving a level of originality then to them. Because yeah, we like to experiment, to try new things. We like to be innovative, to challenge ourselves. Because while we have a solid audience following with doing parodies or music videos or different antics at conventions, like yesterday we did a Spider-Verse flash mob here, right out in front of the convention center. That's like our base. But we want to keep expanding to reach new audience. So we wanted to do unboxing videos then. Like maybe we could start doing some reviews then. Attract different demographics.
Sure, and that's another key to success is maybe after you get big in one area is to try and spread out into other stuff too. We really don't do many Star Wars videos, and we did one back this spring, and we love it. We think it's one of our funniest videos, but it didn't get many views because we're not known for that. So hopefully if we keep doing more of that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, and you never know when a video is going to go viral either. It could just happen randomly. Like we did this one video with Deadpool's having antics, just screwing around with Harley Quinn. And that was just us screwing around at the comic book shop one day. And then that video just took off. Like already it's up to 100,000 views. And we did some similar videos that same day, actually, with Deadpool screwing around. And those videos, some of them aren't even at 10,000 views. So you never know, like, what's going to be resonating with the audience members then. You know, it could be a whole variety of factors. Maybe we hit the right mark within the first 20 seconds of the video. Like, you want to be able to reel the audience in as quickly as possible. Like something to captivate their attention from the get-go that's going to make them want to share the video and just also retain their attention to watching the video through its entirety then. Through its entirety. And just maybe the ingredients are the character combinations then, and also the content itself. Maybe the joking around, maybe the jokes just really hit, like how the Harley Quinn flirted with the Deadpools then. And maybe the titles as well, also using those strategic titles, those key words. So using those popular characters, Deadpool and Harley Quinn, DC meets Marvel, superhero parody, real life parody. Those types of terms usually get more traction online than you experiment and figure out, okay, this type of term, this hashtag, helped this other video go viral. Let's try to replicate that with our video now.
Yeah. Hashtags are very important. People do search the hashtags. I always search a hashtag when I'm at a convention, and just to look out for any other fellow YouTubers or cosplayers. And I've been doing that all weekend here, and my Instagram got about 30 or 40 more followers just from networking with people, just by hitting Raleigh Supercon.
Yeah, absolutely. And these conventions are such good opportunities to network with like-minded people. They could get involved in your YouTube channel. We networked with quite a few Spider-Verse cosplayers yesterday and got them involved with our video shoot, for instance. Then we met throughout the course of the past few days different Marvel and DC cosplayers to get photos for the Instagram pages, but that's also going to be opportunities for future collaborations. Like, we always stay in touch with the different cosplayers that we meet at the conventions and always ask them if they'd like to be involved with our video shoots, but we also do photo shoots as well. And the photo shoots that we do at conventions as well as at the events at Viera Comics, that's also a great avenue to get people to buy into our brands then. You know, again, the cross-promotion across your different avenues of social media can feed into the YouTube channel then to get people interested.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll get noticed. You know, by it'll grow organically, and that's going to be the way to go. But just recently, MTV liked one of the clips we did. It was one of the first videos we ever filmed. It was Batman and Flash in a foot race. And it gets about 1,000 views a day on the YouTube channel. And hopefully soon there'll be, that's not the one that's going to be, it was
that same day we filmed that foot race,
right.
Though. It was actually, so we just wrapped up a Batman and Flash character appearance day at the shop. I was Batman, he was dressed as the Flash. And then we were randomly ambushed by a group of grandmas who pulled over. They pulled their van like right out in front of the comic book shop upon seeing us, like really excited, like, oh my God, it's Batman and the Flash.
Horny grandmas, trust me.
Yeah, just to be blunt, they may have had a bit to drink as well, and they almost violated me. They like tried to like get under my cape and everything, and they're just hitting on us. They're just very excited, and we just rolled with it. We had our camera on ourselves, and we just had our camera person filming. We're like, we gotta capture this. This is gonna be another video. You know, it could get some traction and everything. So yeah, it was pretty random. I felt violated, but it was funny at the same time. And we posted it shortly thereafter. That one didn't get much viewage, but MTV Ridiculousness noticed it, and they reached out to me on Twitter. They're like, hey, we'd be interested in featuring this video of these randy grandmas hitting on you guys. This is gold. This is awesome. And it was so random because it happened. They reached out to us like a year after we posted that video. So, you know, hopefully it airs within the next few months or so, but you never know what video is going to get you noticed then. And it could even be a video that really doesn't get much traction with your audience base. But those hashtags, they could have a long-term effect. Some producer can reach out to you based on, you know, what it is. They might enjoy your content then.
Or it might fit into something they're doing, even though it's old.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, it could really be a good stepping stone as well. One of our goals is to create a reality TV show based on what we're doing with our cosplay characters and coinciding with the comic book shop, like Comic Book Men. Like pretty much Comic Book Men meets pretty much cosplays or mini Comic Cons within the shop.
Meets Jersey Shore.
Meets Jersey Shore with, you know, some reality, you know, cosplay characters interacting with each other. So really cultivating different avenues that you could take it, whether it's doing some vlogs, some different reviews, whether you organize flash mobs, it could be anything really, or you interviewing different characters or basing it on internet celebrities. It could be anything that you want it to be. We have a question over here.
Yeah, so like I've been trying to like think about like to do like different type of YouTube channels and like try to promote like try to get people like let us know if you think that'd be a good thing to do as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know, the more you discuss, promote the content and relate it to other people as well, like as long as it resonates with someone, just figuring out, trying and experimenting what's going to resonate with the audience, and then yeah, like linking it to other YouTube channels as well and getting that cross promotion going. That's absolutely going to get you more traction. Yes.
Over there.
Yeah, I have a question about like, keeping it inclusive, like from the standpoint of how do you have content to where you want to integrate your personal aspect of what you're reviewing and blogging about, but also keeping in mind the perception of the general audience that may be different from yours. How do you approach that and be, you know, give as much integrity to both sides?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a fine line to navigate sometimes. We have to be conscientious of what kind of content the parody is going to be. Keeping it, say, PG for like videos that we do at the shop, because we want to keep the shop itself a family-friendly environment. But for some other parodies, we could maybe get not safe for work with some of the material, maybe a more adult-based type of video with the humor, and then we put as a disclaimer, not safe for work in the title, so that people know, like, okay, this one absolutely is not for children then whatsoever. And then also with the content itself, with script writing, so we script write before every single parody that we do of an existing movie or a Marvel or DC parody. So I'm conscientious about the audience then, like, okay, can we make fun of, say, the production for this DC superhero movie? Like, how much can we get away with making fun of Zack Snyder and some of maybe the faults that go along with Dawn of Justice or Justice League? Let's maybe make fun of the color saturation. Like, how far is too far with pushing the boundaries then? Maybe we gotta pull back on some of the adult jokes. Maybe we need to focus more on breaking the fourth wall, making fun of the production itself. Like, we don't want to offend or, you know, alienate some of the DC fans, even though we're massive DC fans ourselves. Maybe we should poke fun of Marvel then instead, but we don't want to, like, you know, push the envelope too far in the direction with Marvel. So that's some of the discussions that we have and some of the brainstorming that I do personally. Like, how is this going to be received? And then also in terms of the quality itself, I put a lot of thought into like the quality, like, okay, what kind of camera equipment do we need? Like, how is the video quality and the audio quality going to be received by the audience members? Like, are cosplays up to par? So maybe I need to upgrade this costume. I start out with this Halloween type quality Iron Man suit. Recently, I got a, it actually just arrived this weekend. I can't wait to try it out when I get home back in Florida, but I got a legit replica Iron Man Mark 43 suit. So, you know, I figured the audience, they'll much more appreciate the higher quality suit then, and it'll give us that much more authenticity then. So, you know, we think about audience perception with every single component of our operations.
Some jokes are off limits, and even the Dawn of Justice parody, we made fun of Zack Snyder a lot in it, and literally 2 days after it was released on the YouTube channel.
Or actually, that was the Justice League parody. That was the Justice League one. Yeah.
So it was either the day after or 2 days after his eldest daughter committed suicide. So we didn't want to look like monsters either. So you put a disclaimer.
Yeah, we put a disclaimer in there, and then we're like, you know, suicide awareness is that's a close topic to me personally as well. I've lost some friends due to that as well. So we took it as an opportunity to promote fundraisers. You know, our hearts go out to Zack Snyder. Please feel free to donate to the following suicide prevention awareness causes as well. So turning the comedy that into a good cause as well, and actually linking that to different charity events. We do a lot of different charity events, linking up to Viera Comics. We do local charity events, like ending child abuse was one of the big ones that we did recently with the Superhero 5K, and then making YouTube videos based on that. So like we usually do the comedy videos, but you know, every once in a while we'll do like those serious videos like based on the causes as well to, you know, help facilitate, get the word out there. Because once you have the like a high audience base, like a lot of subscribers, then it really becomes like a really good microphone to, you know, get some good volume based on those causes.
Sure, it's a platform.
Yeah, very good platform, very good.
Any other questions? Anything you're curious about?
Yes, yes.
I was just wondering, maybe after this, you might like do like you guys on
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'd be glad to help cross-promote as well. And then we'll give you our links as well. After we wrap up, we have different cards and stuff. We'll give our cards to each one of you if you're interested.
Most of them got it already,
Yeah, we love helping people become established as well. Because I remember the days when, hell, I didn't have any subscribers when it first started out, when we first released the Dark Knight parody. And then anyone who would share the content, I would be overly grateful for it, overly grateful. Just personally message them, expressing my gratitude then, and then encouraging their friends then to subscribe and check out the content as well, and then provide feedback. And really then, like when you're first starting out, it's a lot of trial and error, like what's going to resonate with the audience and get you the most shares, the most likes, the highest rated content. So it's perfectly okay to make mistakes. We're always learning too. We're learning every day. Heck, we even learned about some more video making opportunities throughout the entire weekend then too. Like, all right, maybe we'll just camp out. Like this is a strategy we used yesterday. So the lobby was overly packed just due to everyone coming in at the same time with registration. So we went to the right side, just past that the check-in area, like where people have to flash their badges and stuff. We set up the tripod over there, and people just came up to us when they saw our characters as well as the camera. They're like, ooh, a camera, we want to be part of the YouTube video. Boom, there you go. So we learned about flow and what's going to intrigue people, what's going to interest people to get involved with that. It's always a learning experience, and if you make mistakes, if someone dislikes your video, you know, it's okay, you can't please everybody. But the most important thing is, does it make you happy? Is it what's going to resonate with you? Is it going to be what you love to enjoy, to put in all those extra hours? Like, I swear sometimes I just need a lot more sleep than I actually do. But the fact that I'm passionate about doing this, I gladly put in all those extra hours, during those after hours after my full-time job. And I could be up editing sometimes to like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then have to get up and go to work the next day, or do another cosplay event the next day. And then, you know, get hyped up on Red Bull just to keep the batteries going. But it's all well worth it. It's all well worth it. It's what I'm passionate about. And like we are trying to turn this into a business, being able to coincide the YouTube videos with doing different cosplay appearances as guests across big conventions across the country. But first and foremost, this is what we're passionate about. This is what we love to do, what we love to look forward to day in and day out. It is the ultimate stress reliever. And, you know, that's got to be your primary goal, is to have fun with what you do. Because you are going to go through different obstacles, hurdles. There are going to be people who try to bring you down, naysayers. There are going to be people who are jealous, who are envious of your success. But, you know, ignore those people, because they'll be left in obscurity eventually if you keep doing the right things. And those supporters, like those like-minded people, they'll keep coming out of the woodworks to support what you're doing. And they're going to be genuinely passionate to want to see you succeed, and then join your army, join what your cause is all about.
Yeah. If you, anything that you put up on YouTube is going to take some thought, energy, passion, creativity, time, and then you're going to put a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks worth of work into it, and 5 minutes after you put it up, somebody's going to put stupid in the comment section, or lame, or whatever, and they probably will never have the desire, energy, or thought process to do something like that, and they're just a hater. You can't let them get to you. So that's important, and also just be yourself, be passionate. People can tell if something's phony, so if they see you having fun, enjoying what you're doing, then they'll want to watch. If they see you putting up regular content, they'll want to keep up with the regular content. So just keep it fresh, keep it you, and keep it regular.
Absolutely, and a great example of the audience seeing that we're having a genuine fun time is our last Spider-Man Homecoming parody that we released. Actually, it was exactly a week ago today. So we based it on a script that I wrote, but we always leave our videos open for improvisation, because we have a group of cosplayers / actors who we have a lot of fun together, and each of us has a different brand of humor that we bring to the table, but we just let loose with each other, and we love making fun of each other too along the entire way. So literally, I want to say maybe at least a quarter of that video is just the improvised stuff that we came up with, and we even had a shoot. The night that we saw Spider-Man Homecoming, we went back to Peter's house, and we got our costumes on, and we just improvised some more scenes, some more fight scenes to put into the parody to include in the video itself, and that one already has over 10,000 views, and I think it's because of that light-hearted feel that we had, all that fun that we had together filming it. So, you know, having that genuine passion for it, it's going to shine through to your viewers.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you may find yourself doing something you never thought you would do. But it's for a YouTube video, and it's always fun. That night, I happened to eat out of the dog bowl. I never thought I would, but it worked. It was funny, and so hey.
And just to put that into context, we made fun of the part where Michael Keaton was like, we have to clean up after them. We have to eat their table scraps. So we took it literally. We had Robert Downey Jr. literally feeding Michael Keaton the table scraps. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, having an open mind, that's another key to success with becoming a YouTube star. Having an open mind, because if you don't broaden your horizons, then you're going to be in that same confined scope then. Like if I went into making YouTube videos, let's see, with the same scope that I had back in 2008, I never would have met Peter. I never would have partnered with Viera Comics. Like, partnering with Viera Comics, it's opened up so many more avenues, like making the comic book shop the base of operations. And also doing conventions. I never did a comic book convention until 2011. And during that convention, that first convention, I met Sean Ward, who is one of my very good friends and frequent collaborators. He has over 500 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. So, you know, partnering with him, it's led to some awesome memories. We've done road trips together to like New York. I go to Toronto, and now we're doing that with our team. We're doing all these different road trips now. Here in Raleigh, we're going to be going up to Boston Comic-Con. So I never really thought that, you know, we'd be doing these, you know, big events when I first started this. So it's excellent that I've gotten the opportunity to grow it into something this big. And, you know, I didn't put as much like a priority on frequently uploading back when I was in college. It made me be 1 or 2 videos a month, if that. And I also had a band, like a rock band during that time. So I was dividing my attention between YouTube and doing the rock band, well, in addition to my studies, I guess. And, but after college then, I put far more time into doing the YouTube videos. But now that we're doing these different conventions, I'm using some of that, like, the rock band passion. I like to think of this as we're going on tour. Every time that we do a road trip to a convention, treating it as if we're like Metallica, trying to get our brand out there. Yeah, you know, winning over more audiences.
And to make it really authentic, we've stayed up very late and drank a lot every night since we've been here. Full disclosure.
But yeah, and then we drink a lot of Red Bull to make it here to our panels for you fine folks then, you know? Keep it going, keep it going.
Yeah, the road trips are fun. We're meeting a lot of people. We're going to expand the brand that way. It's not for everybody. I mean, if you're doing unboxings in your living room, you're not going to probably want to travel to different cities and try and get that going. But if you can go to local conventions in your area, I highly recommend it. The small conventions do serve a purpose, and they can be fun. And you'll meet other like-minded YouTubers and
yeah, gamers as well, gamers. And especially like for those who are just starting out with YouTubers, like I've seen that gaming can be a really great way to get traction even quicker. It could be as simple as like doing a screenshot type of video, like a screen share, and doing like a live feed of that. Like people get big very quickly doing those video game playing reviews and also just live action. And people, they can make really good money doing that kind of thing. Like the gaming audience base, they just love to tune into that kind of thing.
Yeah. Anything we're saying today is not groundbreaking. It's not going to reinvent the wheel, but the main thing you need to do if you want to be a YouTube star is just do it. Go and put your stuff on YouTube and see what happens. And then as you go along, you're going to figure out what works for you and what works for the audience that you're looking for.
And perseverance. Perseverance is probably just my main driving point that I want to get across. Just drive through those obstacles that come your way, because actually every time that I've been discouraged with the channel. Like every time like I've seen like someone maybe actively posting like negative stuff on a video, like that same video was one of the ones that got a lot of traction then and then went viral. So just seeing that trend then, like every time I experience some negativity or if I'm experiencing a hard time, I know that something better is right on the horizon, whether it's that same video or whether it's going to be that same step in the evolution of our brand, whether it's our cosplay group or our YouTube channel or the comic book shop itself then too.
Sure, yeah. I just lost my train of thought, sorry.
But pretty much turning any type of obstacles into further opportunities for future growth and success, and any type of obstacles a learning experience. Like you learn more about other people then, say if someone's holding you back then, maybe learning about their motivation, like okay, maybe they're simply envious of this thing that you do. Like maybe you're in fact on the right track to where you should be to growth. Maybe they see the future in terms of where you're heading, like okay, you're going to be doing even bigger conventions in several months then. Like you got these new cosplays ordered and they're about to ship to you. Like, you know, like they're going to be people who are going to support you is what I want to say though.
Yeah.
They're going to be the supporters who like will be there every step of the way. Like we have a good group of consumers, customers, and also friends in addition to our team members who are actually becoming members of our team, the YouTube channel, who are dedicated. Some people, they make hour-long drives, hell, even 3-hour-long drives from Miami just to be there with us, to film videos and also participate in our cosplay events at the comic book shop.
Yeah.
And it's very rewarding too, like humbling that people have that vast dedication to what we're doing when, you know, we're just trying to have fun, and just seeing other people have such a fun time, that's probably what the most rewarding experience is that I'd say is.
Yep, keep the blinders on. It helps if you have a confidant or two to help you, because what we're doing is not easy. I am trying to build up a shop from scratch, and there are days where it's really hard and I get down, or we did a video and it's hard and we get down, and we just have each other to say, hey, you know, we're on the right track, let's just keep doing it. And it always works out, but it helps to have somebody to talk to. It helps to make sure you keep any of the bad comments or haters at bay. Don't pay attention. It's so easy to say that. I know I'm saying it now, but when I get one, I always take it personally, and it hurts. But you just have to not listen to them. Every famous person, every great actor, even now, Tom Cruise can put out a movie, and you'll see 10 people say how stupid and how bad it is, and how, well, he just made $30 million and he did something great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then even the other day, like I came across a hater of Spider-Man Homecoming, just in general, where it had very great critical reviews, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but just to illustrate the example that even though like something is so well received by so many people, there will always be someone who's just going to be willing to take a dump on it. Mm-hmm. Even though those people, they don't have the courage to make the moves to put themselves in a situation to get involved with projects like that.
Sure.
Or to explore what they're passionate about. Maybe they don't even have a passion, which, you know, can be very sad. Because I can't imagine having a life without doing this YouTube stuff, without doing cosplays, without collaborating at the comic book shop. It's become such an integral component of my personal life that's become very fulfilling, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
When you post something on YouTube or Instagram or on Facebook, you're vulnerable. So there's always going to be one person out there that is going to, they might be having a bad day or whatever, and they're going to try and take you down. Just ignore it. Just keep doing what you believe in, and keep doing what you think is right, and it'll all work out. Any other questions?
Yes, over here.
Sounds like a lot of great work, a lot of good points and tips. I appreciate that. You know, definitely be who you are and have that brand. I think is key. Just a quick question too. Have you guys thought about any? I know you do a lot of parody stuff. Any real life stuff? For example, Aquaman, you know, wrestles a gator at Gatorland. You know, to work with the tourism.
Yes.
Iron Man races a Falcon 9 rocket at Kennedy Space Center.
That would be amazing.
Or Tony Robbins, you know, meets Batman and, you know, gives him some
Self-help.
leadership lessons. You know, anything, you know, because again, that professional self-development type stuff is really huge as well. So just curious on that.
Absolutely. Actually, each one of the ideas you presented are stuff that I would absolutely love to do. Absolutely, like that Iron Man idea, the collaboration at Space Coast, at the Kennedy Space Center, actually, yeah. They have like a rocket launch now like every single week, it seems. But yeah, doing a collaboration there, like maybe pretending it's like a new partnership with Stark Industries then, and getting Tony involved with that. Tony reviews the rocket launch maybe, or maybe he just parties with NASA then. Like that's the kind of thing that we absolutely would love to do. And we have been partnering with different local entities, like we partnered with the local parks department to get involved like with their summer camps, doing our cosplay characters in real life, doing meet and greets at different local venues, like as the different characters, and that's all going to continue to happen, I'd say. This relates to one of your ideas. But, so you guys know those Civil War reenactments, right? It's been a dream of mine to actually just crash a Civil War reenactment as Iron Man and Captain America. And just film everyone's reactions, like the North and the South reenactors are going to be completely serious. And then there'll be me as Iron Man. I'll be like, sign the accords.
And I'll be Captain America, and I'll be like, no, I can't.
Sometimes I just want to punch out your perfect teeth. So absolutely, like, we want to do more of that stuff in real life.
We have more real life settings. We thought of a funny one where Captain America, in Civil War, he's fighting and he says, I can do this all day. And then we thought about putting him in different situations where he's like feeding ducks and then turns to Iron Man and say, I can do this all day, or like going somewhere else.
Or at the zoo, at the Brevard Zoo, that'd be a good place to do that one, yeah, like feeding the animals, or like petting the giraffes or something, yeah, I can do this all day. And we just came up with this one yesterday, having, so that the confusing flash forward sequence in Dawn of Justice with Nightmare Batman, but like having him doing very mundane things and having fails. So like the bathroom's out of order, and then having Nightmare Batman freaking out like, no! And just things not going his way, just having a sequence, boom, one thing after another, minor things just going very wrong for Nightmare Batman. Like I would love to do that kind of stuff. And that's actually a lot of stuff that Sean Ward, who I mentioned earlier, he does a lot of the real life superhero parody stuff. Last week he did a meetup in Times Square to celebrate the release of Spider-Man Homecoming, and he got together a bunch of Spider-Man cosplayers to participate in that Times Square party. And I was fortunate enough to be part of some of the previous years that we've collaborated doing that kind of thing. We actually did a party of Deadpools in Times Square together. I was actually Jonah Jameson that day, and I organized a legion of Deadpools that we just started this Church of Jameson thing, and I literally had Deadpools worshiping me just to make fun of those Times Square preachers, the street preachers there. So, you never know what kind of wacky things, the opportunities they're going to present, but absolutely, we would love to do more real life stuff, real life pranks, and actually yesterday, just on the convention floor, we did some real life Captain America public service announcement videos. Like if you guys have seen Homecoming, do an example of one of them.
Hi, I'm Captain America. And if you want to get big and strong like me, use super secret soldier serum or steroids. If you need to know where you can find steroids, go ask some of your high school football friends.
So yeah, just taking those different ideas, the concepts from the movies, and putting those unique, fun twists on them in the real world. And yeah, while we are based out of the comic book shop, we have been wanting to do more real-life pranks like that. Conventions are a perfect opportunity to do so, but yeah, we would love to collaborate with well-known businesses, well-known entities to continue doing stuff like that. As we grow, that's definitely on our list of elements in our strategic plan.
Some videos just happen so naturally and organically. We think of them on the spot. We went to an autism awareness day. They asked us to dress up in character for the kids. So Jason went as Batman and I went as Dr. Strange. Well, we walked in there, everybody knew Batman, nobody knew who Dr. Strange was. I got Dracula, I got Dr. Evil, I got Robin because I was next to Batman.
So Red Cape.
We turned to him and I said we should do a video of people not knowing who Dr. Strange is, and we did, and it was very funny. And another real life situation, what you had said, is we recreated the Captain America elevator scene at the last convention we went to. And with random people coming into the elevator, not knowing what they were about to walk into, when the elevator closed, I would turn to them and say, before we get started, does anybody want to get off? And
we just fight.
Yeah, that turned into a fun video.
We did get consent though from every single passenger before we filmed to get them involved because we don't want to get sued. But yeah, those real life videos, you never know what you're gonna get. Reactions of the public can be just so priceless. Like going back to that MTV, the one that we got noticed by MTV with the grandmas. Just the reactions were so priceless. They were just so into it, and bluntly, they were turned on by Batman and the Flash. It was just so funny seeing their facial reactions, to see them acting like college girls pretty much, like in full-out party mode. And the way they even parked the van, they like parked diagonally across 3 different parking spots and just jumped out of the car to sprint up to us. It was something else. It was so outrageous.
Any other questions? No? What are some, what are you interested in? I see you're writing a lot of notes.
I've actually wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I've never had the confidence in myself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the panel, I decided to come. One of my friends to upload some stuff to YouTube, and he has friends who are successful on YouTube, and I just want to be a part of the community.
Awesome.
There's a lot of stuff that I feel like I could do. I just need to get my foot in the door. So I'm taking notes. Because he's not here, he's at a different panel,
Sure.
so I'm taking notes from me and him.
What would you like to do? Like an unboxing or like a video
I
live?
don't see the appeal in unboxings. My little brother watches them all the time, and I just don't get it. I don't.
Yeah.
But I would really enjoy doing some how to draw videos.
Those are popular.
And video let's plays, watching
That's awesome.
play video games and reviewing video games. And I've also, among some of my college friends, I've noticed that they don't know how to do a whole lot, like basic stuff that seems trivial to me. So maybe do videos like, this is what a trash bill looks like. Usually it has a trash can on it. Pay it. Or
that's a good idea.
Apparently some people can burn water.
Yeah. So yeah,
I've seen how-to videos become very successful as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, like believe it or not, I actually have a shy personality myself. I was pretty self-conscious when I played the Joker in the first parody that I ever did, the Dark Knight parody that we made. It's called The Dark Knight Not So Serious, if you guys are interested. But yeah, you gain more confidence with every single video that you do. Like at first, you're self-conscious at seeing yourself on camera, like, oh wow, I look weird, or that's what my voice sounds like, really? But then with every single project, you get more used to it. You become your own best, I guess. You learn the most then about yourself, and like, okay, maybe I should just do this differently for the next project. And then you can like direct yourself even better then, or have your friend direct yourself then.
Yeah. Whatever you're passionate about, if it's teaching people how to pay bills, which I think is genius, or crafting, or sewing, or playing a video game, like guy that plays Minecraft on there, how popular is he? That's crazy. You know, millions and millions of people viewing him, but that works, and God bless him, he did it. But whatever you're passionate about, put it on YouTube, and if you're passionate about it, people will see that.
Absolutely, yes.
My younger brother, he just turned 10, and he wants to be a YouTuber really badly, but my dad won't let him until he learns how to edit videos, and so that's kind of an ongoing project. But he practices like every day. Whatever he's doing, he'll just, I'll just be playing a video game, and suddenly he's like playing out with his leg, and I was like, hey guys, welcome back to so-and-so, and today I'm here with charity. I'm like, oh, I'm involved in this apparently.
Practice is key, absolutely. And actually that's how I learned how to edit. From that first Dark Knight parody, I was a self-taught editor, and I figured out, okay, what's gonna make it flow? What's gonna be retaining the audience's attention then? Maybe I needed to make a cut here to change up the angle. Maybe I need to insert some other audio over here, like a special effect then. Maybe I need to lower the music to make the dialogue pop more, or maybe let's elevate the music now for this action sequence to really have that emotional resonance to it. So yeah, your brother, he'll continue to learn with every single project, and just in general, you learn with every project.
And with how he does this every day, I feel like he's going to skip past the awkward getting used to YouTube. Like most YouTubers have that awkward phase where they're trying to get used to it. He's just going to jump ahead of everyone else. I feel like he's going to jump ahead of everyone else, and he's doing this several times every day. Right?
Yeah, very good. Question over here. I use Final Cut Pro. That's actually the same software that I started with back in 2008. They upgraded to, well, the manufacturers upgraded to Final Cut 10, but it's not as user-friendly in my opinion. You can't do as many layers with the timeline. I like to overlay a crap load of layers at once so I could just seamlessly make the cuts and then switch to different angles and then insert multiple special effects if needed to do some custom sound effects, or also the music, or if I need to fade in, fade out some other music. But yeah, Final Cut Pro and a lot of patience.
How much is Final Cut?
It is several $100s at least. I don't want to give a figure in case they've adjusted the price since then. But yeah, they should have it available on, I think, Apple probably.
You have a question, bud?
Well, actually, I have somewhat question. There's another one, like trying to meet other YouTubers, because one of the YouTubers is like, yeah, actually, if I subscribe, but I really want to like go out and like talk to like other people and say, hey, you might do like I can review on you guys. Like I want you guys. I want you like to review about like the channel like you guys have. Hey guys, my friend was subscribing from
Yeah, I'd say that's great. Yeah, sending messages to those people in question, commenting on their videos, and then also, because I'm not sure like how frequently some other YouTubers check their comments or their messages depending on how big their following is, but then finding their other social media pages as well, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and doing the same exact thing, like commenting on their photos after following them, or sending them direct messages. That could be a more successful route to go to get their attention and see if they want to collaborate. Do we have any other questions? Yeah, back over here.
Yes, given as saturated as YouTube can be sometimes, how do you guys go as far as keep your content fresh? If you're happy with it, keep the audience happy with it as well. And secondly, I just like to ask, you could boil down like just one word that inspires you guys to keep doing what you're doing. What would that one word be?
Very good questions. Very good. In terms of the saturation of it, we just stay true to ourselves. As long as we're having fun with it, like it's, a likelihood that the audience is going to see that. They appreciate that we're being genuine. We're always true to our own senses of humor. We have different brands of humor depending, which members are part of the specific projects. And we always hone in on each person's strengths. So we're always genuine. We always try to push the envelope of what we're gonna find funny. And if we're laughing, that's all that we worry about. We just hope that the audience will be as entertained as we were making the thing. In terms of the one word that could sum it all up, that's a very, very tough thing to narrow it down to. I'm gonna brainstorm on that.
I'm gonna say maybe star or success, because everybody wants to be a movie star or an actor or whatever. I think everybody at some point in their life had that dream, and we really do have that dream. I don't know what is going to come of this. We don't know, but we know that if we keep doing what we're doing, more people are going to notice what we're doing, and it could lead to a reality TV show or something else. We do a lot of crazy things in the comic shop when we're there, and it'd be really funny on TV. So we're hoping that someday that happens. We don't know if it will, but yeah, that's one thing that drives me personally.
I would say passion would be my word, because it's all-encompassing of what we do. Because the passion is what keeps driving me to keep making these new projects, and I'm passionate about making people laugh and making ourselves laugh in the process of that, and taking it to the next level with these characters that we love. Yeah, I'd say having the passion, that's going to be your fuel during when times are tough, and to try to take it to the next level, to get through any obstacles. As long as the passion's there, everything else will be second nature then. Like the money that you can reinvest in your own brand then, it'll come. More people will come, more followers will come, more success will come.
And just one other thing I wanted to say about trying to find other YouTubers. Instagram is a great place for that. Go on the search section, hashtag YouTuber, and then press the section that says hashtags, and all the other YouTubers on Instagram will pop up, and you can just start messaging them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, folks, I believe we're out of time, but on the behalf of Make 'em Laugh Films and Viera Comics, I, Jonah Jameson, would like to thank you all for attending our How to Be a YouTube Star panel. You all are awesome. Have an awesome day at Raleigh Supercon. Yeah!
Thank you, guys.